It was the coldest winter she had ever known. Ranavir suppressed a shiver, her breath misting out ahead of her like smoke from some great fire-breathing beast. Even the fur cloaks and padded tunics of the Novgorodian army only did so much to keep out the chill, and away from the fires of the camp, the cold was biting. Out here, the pine forest went on forever. Snow fell in clumps, coating the world in unblemished white, swallowing the sun and making visibility all but impossible. Added to the shadow-soft darkness of the forest, walking in any direction became an exercise in daring. Ranavir had snuck away from the camp just before dawn, hurrying into the woods before anyone could spot and question her. Prince Alexander was too preoccupied with repelling the Estonian forces to worry about one lone mercenary, and the sentries were looking for people coming in, not out. Ranavir burrowed deeper into her furs, suppressing a groan. What was she doing here? What had made her think she was ever going to find where she'd buried the spheres? Out here, in all this? No time to draw a map, no time to construct a marker. She had to find it, and now she was lost. She had no idea how far she was from camp. She'd been walking almost the entire morning. Beyond the fringe of pine needles, the trees ahead opened onto a tiny clearing. Something about the clearing struck Ranavir as familiar. Hope stirred in her chest. There, in the corner of the clearing, something glinted ruby red beneath the snow. There, covered by a fresh layer of snowfall, a ball of metal the size of a helmet lay concealed in the snow, clumsily forged from a hodgepodge of metal parts, welded in place and thick with frost. Embedded in the middle of the ball, a bright red light flashed on and off. Ranavir let out a desperate little laugh. Someone had found her. Someone had answered the signal. She clapped a hand over her mouth to muffle the laugh. Too late. A new sound had begun, far off between the trees. A low, throbbing, rushing sound, like wind sweeping down a mountainside. She knew that sound, knew it all too well. Ranavir! Then two heavy armored figures barreled into the clearing. Both stood as tall as war chargers, their faces hidden behind angular metal helmets. The swords in their hand pulsed with a yellow glow. Ranavir turned and ran, stumbling through the unyielding snow, hardly caring which direction she picked now, as long as it was far, far away from here. Behind her, the thundering footsteps were in pursuit. Far off between the trees, something glistened. An open space, blinding white, shining like a floor of diamond. She was almost there. With all the strength she had in her, fueled by terror and desperation, she ran.